Hi guys and welcome back to a new video. In today's video I will be talking about the new raid, the Vault of the Incarnates, and I will explain how you can make a lot of gold with this raid. So there are two main categories of items that we're gonna be after in today's video, and these are all the different raid BoEs and also all the different plants and recipes that you can get from this raid and that you can then sell on the auction house. And really, all these different items will, for the next few days at least, sell for a ridiculous amount of gold. So I would highly recommend you to do that as soon as possible. Just before I start, I just want to briefly mention this quick update that Blizzard shared yesterday regarding the different BoEs. So basically, before that, they announced that all the different BoEs will drop only from specific lieutenants inside a raid. But now they just announced that actually it's too complicated, and so all the different binds on equipped items will drop from regular enemies. So all the normal trash will drop like in any other expansion, all these different BoEs. So this is something important for you to keep in mind. So let's start with BoE Farming. In order to get all these really interesting items, and there are a few that are really good, all you want to do is get a group and you want to have the first boss dead, and then you will be able to kill all the different ads that are before the next few bosses. So the easiest for me, I would say, is to go in the pre-made group here, and you just want to type farm here. You just really want to type farm, and normally you will find a lot of this BoE farm and everything. I would highly recommend you to do it in heroic if you can, because you will have like just some BoEs with a better eye level, so they will sell for way more gold, but normal will still be pretty good right now, so this is also a possibility. Then when you join the group, most of the time you can ask if the people have a community, because basically when you have your community, you can then very easily see when people are doing some of these like BoE farming, and you can just say that you are available and they will invite you automatically. So normally they will drop a link in the description or in the chat. Just click on join, okay, and you will be part of the community. So that's a really easy way to then find some groups and to do these different farms. So again, when you're inside a raid and when the first boss is down, all you want to do is basically go directly on this first corridor. You want to kill all the different mobs that are just here before this overboss. So some of them can be a little bit difficult, a little bit challenging. They will also have some mini bosses. Normally, if you have like a pretty good group, it should not be too difficult, but you might end up wiping a little bit if some people are not geared enough, but that's fine. You can just respawn next to it and you can just continue farming all these different trash. Then when you're done, you can come back. You can also just kill yourself and then you can come back to the main point. And then here you want to go directly on the right, and this time you want to go on this over, like just L, and here you will have over infernals and over mobs that you can kill. So again, you want to kill all of them, and then what you want to do in order to exit the raid, because unfortunately there is not a big entrance that you can take in order to exit, is either leave the raid and then ask the person to reinvite you, so you can directly be like just zoned out, just out of the raid. Or you can use your Earthstone, set it up to Valdraken, and just in 1 minute you will be able to fly back to the raid entrance. So this is another possibility. So that's pretty much it when it comes to really the route. This is pretty simple, and then of course what the raid leader will have to do is simply reset the raid, and all the different mobs will be here normally. So this is something you can do again and again and again, and really, if you have a pretty good group, it's something that should not take you too long. So I would highly recommend you to do it with people who have a pretty good gear, and like that you will be able hopefully to get quite a lot of these BoEs. So in total we have 9 new BoEs. All of them are gonna be item 389 or with the item 402 in heroic mode. And there is only one, the ring, that will have a higher eye level. This one is 395 and 408 in heroic. But this one, I'm not sure it drops directly from the first few trash that you are able to kill, because normally this one belongs to the wing boss area. So I think this one might only drop when you kill the trash around that part of the raid. So next to that, as you can see, you have a lot of really interesting items. And what's good is that all of them can have extra sockets and extra just statistics. So if you have, for instance, an item with an extra socket, always make sure to sell it for a little bit more gold because people will pay more in order to then put a gem and everything on it. So right now, all these different items are pretty rare. So I'm just going to take the ring as an example. So right now in high level 408, there is only 2 available on European realms that are selling for 5 million gold. Of course, I'm not sure it's going to sell for that price, but definitely it will sell for maybe 1 million gold, something like that, a little bit later in the week. And then on US realms, as you can see, the 395 ring is at anywhere between 900 to 1 million gold. But of course, on some realm, it already starts to go around 500k gold. And probably in the next few days, it's going to reach like 300k gold, something like that, especially for the normal version of this ring. Now, let's talk about all the different plants and recipes you can get from this raid. So you will be able to get 2 of these plants for each of the main crafting professions, meaning 2 for blacksmithing, 2 for leatherworking, or 4 for leatherworking because there is also mail armors, and 2 for tailoring. So in total, you can get 8 of these different plants and recipes, which is really good. And again, keep in mind that all these different items can then be crafted, and people will definitely pay quite a lot in order to get them because they all have like extra powers and everything. So it makes these items extremely valuable. So trust me, if people want to craft that, they will buy the recipe and then they will try to make some gold through the crafting order system. And that's why you can make a lot of gold with these recipes. Of course, you can also decide to simply learn these different recipes and then to craft these items through the crafting order system. And I'm sure you can ask for a pretty high commission and you can make a lot of gold like that as well. So here we have like a few examples. So for instance, on US realms, if I take this one, as you can see, it's going to sell on average for 500k gold, but probably it's going to be more around 100, 200k gold in a few days. And then on European realms, as there is not a lot of people right now who have done the raid, as you can see, there's just not a lot up, and all of them are selling for more than 500k gold. So really, if you can do the raid and get one of these, either you can learn it to sell it, but if you sell it, probably you will be able to make a lot of gold in the next few days. So I would highly recommend you to do that if you don't want to craft these items or if you don't care. Normally, you don't need to have the specific profession in order to get these different plants and recipes. So you can normally get it as a random drop on any of your characters. So that's going to be pretty much it. I think it's really good because definitely you will be able to make a lot of gold with this new raid. And also it, I think, rewards a little bit more the players who are doing higher difficulty because some of the BOEs will only drop in certain parts of the raid that are only accessible when you have already accomplished maybe half of the raid. And also you can get all these different plants and things, and people who are doing these different raids will definitely be able to make a little bit extra gold by selling all these items. So I think this is a really good thing that Blizzard decided to add all these different items and that they decided to add them this way. So that's going to be pretty much it. I will be back very soon for other videos and guides. And in the meantime, I invite you to go watch all my other guides. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you all very soon. Bye!